Hi guys, Bingpe here. Welcome to the end of 2020. If you survived it, if you are here watching this video, you are a victor, you are a hero, you are everything beautiful, because this year, man, it has been a year and I'm sure you can attest to that. But hey, let's just get straight to it. So if you've been following me for a bit now, you probably know that I had a blog called bingpeshappyplace.com, and there I used to document my year in retrospect. Every year. I started in 2015 and I've been doing it every year up till 2019. So here we are for 2020 in retrospect. So before I start that, I just want to talk about the fact that two things before I start talking about my year in retrospect and how we can all learn from it. Two things. The first thing is that when people start to talk to you and you start hearing people saying things like, oh, 2021 is just another year, it's just tomorrow. I understand everybody's perspective about the fact that nothing magical is going to happen in 2021 if your life doesn't change or if you don't make up your mind to, do better, be better, But I also understand that we are men. I mean, God doesn't live in time, but we live in time. And so there's something it does to our mental state for us to get to a stage in our lives where we can evaluate our goals for a season. And many times years are very good for those seasons. So at the end of a year is when you can come and say, okay, let me evaluate this year. What were the things I said I was going to do? What are the things that I have done? So it's great. Don't be one of those people that's over sweat the small stuff, but at the same time, don't also be one of those people that feel like, oh, time is nothing. Time is just a construct of something or whatever. So, yesterday was 2020, tomorrow is 2021. Why was such a big deal? No, don't be that person. I want you to actually take time, write it down if you have a notepad. If you don't have a notepad, get a phone. It's good to document so you can actually have concrete things, not just things in your head. All right, so that's the first thing. So don't be one of those people that ignore time. No, seasons are for a reason. Oh my gosh, I rhymed there. What? Seasons are for a reason. Basically, tomorrow is the start of another season, and so you can be better. You can do better. You can set better goals. You can be more accountable. Let it give you renewed hope, renewed drive. We need that. We need that. A season is ending thing and another season is beginning. That whole thing, we need it. We all need it. And even in terms of our relationship with God, many times God works with us in seasons as well. God is not in time, but we are in time. And so he works with us because we are in time. And so he works with our seasons as well. So God might also be telling you something beautiful about 2021. New prophecies might be coming up. Grab it, my sister. Grab it, my brother. Evaluate your previous goals. Make sure you do that. That's very key. So you don't make the same mistakes and you don't keep repeating vicious cycles, right? Okay, that's one. Then second is something that I found myself doing. I look at people that, we're in the same class or we were in the same maybe set in something in this life, and they're doing some things that I feel like I can do or I know how to do, and so I start to compare myself. It's the watching somebody's success and being like, oh, and I could have done this, so maybe if I had this advantage, I could have done this. No, my dear, you might be mates in class, you might be mates in church, you might be mates in whatever it is that you think you're mates in, but nobody's really anybody's mates in this life because we're all running different races. So it's important for you to realize that. Don't measure your success by the success of other people, if you know what I mean. So I see this particular person that's doing so well. I see this friend of mine that's doing so well. And not just doing so well, doing something I can do so well. So basically what I'm telling you today is that you're not anybody's mates, nobody's your mates. Everybody is running their own race in this life. So don't measure your life by anybody's own. In 2020, I'm sure a lot of people had fantastic years, while some people had nasty years. Some people lost people, some other people did not lose people. So don't measure your life by any of those things. Measure your life by where you want your life to be and what you think you can work hard to achieve by yourself. Somebody is there making this move in their career. You might not necessarily be capable of making that move now. You don't know anything about that person other than what they're showing you online. So don't put yourself under unnecessary pressure. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. Now on to that, we're going to talk briefly about my 2020 in retrospect. So 2020 was a good year for me, and it was also full of lows. So basically, it was a year of highs and lows. But I think one thing that was so prominent in 2020 was people around me. God has blessed me with the most fantastic friends, you guys. I don't know how. I have the best friends you can possibly imagine, and God has really helped us to be a support system for each other at different points. The ones that I pray with, the ones that I have Zoom calls with, the ones that come for sleepovers in my house, the ones that I call randomly. I have a beautiful support system, and I'm so grateful for that. That's one highlight of my 2020, and like I said, it's been full of highs and lows. And there were so many good things that happened to me in 2020. So one of them is that I started Lunch Break series. What? Yes, so lunch break series. If you still follow me, you should know lunch break series, yo. If you follow me this year, so it's a video cast that I started to help professionals, young professionals, people that just graduated from school, just basically just young people, or even people in general, young or old, on how to become better people at work. Whether your work is stay-at-home mom, or it is career, it is 9 to 5, or it is business. So basically, every day I used to share tips, guys. I did that thing for 6 months plus. Every single weekday I would show up, when I'm busy, when I'm not, when I'm tired, when I'm not, when I feel weak, when I'm not. Hey, and I think that sometimes doing these kinds of things helps you realize how powerful you are and how much you can do, basically, because I never would have imagined that I could do such a thing, but I did it. Right now we're on a break because I'm trying to reevaluate what the long-term vision is, because when it started I didn't think it was going to start and become something so big, but it has become something so big. You should go to Lunch Break Series, just follow at Lunch Break Series on Instagram, and you will see everything that we have been up to this year. That's one major highlight this year. This year I moved to another house. I mean, it was a big move for me and my husband, so yeah, that was another big deal. Hey, this year I made some sound decisions and some very funny decisions. So I made investments that paid off, and then I made some that didn't really pay off. It's a long story. Just you should know that I was wise and I was foolish. But hey, I mean, we're here, so we're grateful we're alive. All right, and then I met some beautiful people in 2020. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I should start listing them because I don't know if they would mind, but I met some beautiful people that I was able to receive from and give to in terms of mental, emotional help, and it was good. 2020 was good in terms of people. I met people, lots of good people. I changed churches. If you know me, you know that this is a big deal for me. This is a really big deal for me. I changed churches in 2020, and not just did I change churches out of my own volition. It wasn't out of my own volition, you guys. It wasn't. It was based on some managerial issues, some issues that are not even. It was based on some issues that I best not discuss here, to be honest. But if you had asked me at the beginning of 2020 if that could have ever happened, I would have said no. Hey, here we are. So yeah, I changed churches, and not just that I left a church, I was able to find another church, and it's a really big deal for me. So I'm really grateful for that, because it was a long period of an emotional roller coaster. And then so I think those are the basic things. And I was 1 year married, you guys. I was 1 year married as well in 2020. And, marriage has been a beautiful thing. Of course, it has its ups and downs, but it's mostly ups. And, it's been great. And I'm so happy about my partner. And, anyways, today's also talk about marriage. So, yeah, basically, I think those have been the major highlights of my year. Of course, COVID. Or COVID is not a highlight of my year, a highlight of all of us this year. And I worked from home. I've been working from home since March, and it has made me also see the impossible. Like, oh my gosh, we can work from home and actually get work done. I choose to see that as the positive side of COVID. Being able to realize the possibilities that are within us that we never even knew existed, because COVID drove us to that. And I'm so sorry for everyone. If anyone that has lost a friend, a mother, a sister, I reach out to you from the deepest part of my heart. Accept my sympathy, and I pray that 2021 will be a lot better for you. And just basically accept all my sympathy and all my love. We are still here. You're still here watching this. I'm still here saying this. So that is a huge blessing. So yeah, we choose to be grateful for that. So 2020 has packed itself now. We finished 2020 retrospect. Now 2021 is coming. What are we gonna do? What do you have planned? So I would actually like to know what you guys have planned for 2021. I have a few plans, and in the place of prayer as well, God has shown me a few things that he would like for me to do in 2021. I'm very excited about them. They're a lot, but I'm very excited about them. And I'm excited about not just receiving these visions and these prophecies, but actually listing them out. So basically what I do is I'm a milestone kind of girl. Oh my gosh, I didn't tell you guys another thing I did in 2020. So of course I added a lot of weight. Yeah, that one is, I mean, look at this face. But then I also had some weight loss targets that I met. So I had a target of doing 100K a month, because I was working mostly on consistency, not even the distance and all. But then I was able to meet that in November. I was able to do my 100K a month, and I decided to do intermittent fasting and got myself an ulcer. On top weight loss, you guys, this weight loss thing is a real struggle. Who would have thought I would ever say this? Because I used to be super skinny. But anyway, so I did intermittent fasting, got myself an ulcer. Yeah, so now on back to our 2021 gist. So in 2021, I'm a milestone kind of girl, so I like to set small milestones per time in order to help me. So if you are that kind of person that, you know, 2020 has been so overwhelming and you just feel like making plans and goals for 2021 just seems like a lot, because you're just like, you don't even know what will happen, you don't know if another disease will come up, or just any uncertainty based on what has happened in the past. First of all, sister, brother, calm down, don't worry, you're here. That's the most important thing. Secondly, if you are here, then it's for a reason, so you might as well just make use of that time you've got. Set small goals, like maybe you should do monthly, you know, what do I want to do? And that setting goals and achieving it, because a whole year is a long time, but if you set monthly goals, it's possible it will help you better in terms of even your joy when you see that, you know, you have been able to set a goal and achieve it in such a short time. So maybe you should start with monthly goals, especially if you're very pessimistic about the future. If you're that type of person, instead of just sitting down and not doing anything, why not set monthly goals? Start with, okay, this is what I want to do this month, this is what I want to do next month, let's see how that goes, right? And then not just that, try being accountable to somebody. I know this is one of the oldest stories in the book, but it's because it works. There's a reason why people keep saying it. It's because it works. Try to be accountable to somebody. Maybe you should just have a small group of friends, or even just one person, two people, you know that can hold you accountable, that can call you out on your bullshit if you know that happens, basically, and tell you, no, this is not gonna happen. Not people that are going to kiss ass or tell you you're doing great. I mean, you're doing great, sure, but it's like you have a goal and you're not meeting it. People that can call you out ASAP. Get those people and be accountable to them, right? Well, third thing, remember that there is a supreme being that cares about you, cares about your goals, cares about your failures, cares about everything that you care about. So whenever it is that looks like you're failing, you know, you're tired, you're not meeting up your goals, remember that there's somebody that cares about you. And even better than Google Map, he will reroute you at every point. No matter where you are, he always meets you where you are. So I want you to remember that, and always remember you can run to him even when those goals fail. So I'm not going to come and tell you today, you know, how to set your goals, what to do. There are a ton of Instagram channels and, you know, YouTube channels about that already. I can even give you, if you're interested, you can comment and I will send you links to some people's Instagram videos on how to set goals, and they're really helpful, so I can send you links on that. But basically, I'm just going to tell you, number one, keep milestones. And then second of all, make sure you are accountable to somebody, at least one person. Third of all, remember that there's somebody that cares about you. Don't do life alone. There's a supreme being that loves you. He will meet you wherever you are. So hey, welcome to 2021 in advance. I hope you have a beautiful year, you know, that surpasses your expectation. And I pray that if you have lost anything, you will recover it in 2021. Please make sure that you stay safe. Make sure that you are considerate to other people around you before you decide to go to a party or anything. Somebody might live with their grandma whose immunity is not so great, so please make sure you are careful. I wish you the very, very, very best 2021. There's so many things I have coming up, so please make sure that you are around this channel and you'll find all the different things that I have to do. And if you were happy with this video, of course, now you know, now subscribe now. I mean, what do you want? You are happy, you like it, don't you want to subscribe and keep watching other ones that you like, you know? I mean, 2021 is loading, you never know, so please subscribe. Just make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and if you want to encourage somebody with this video, make sure you share. And me, I shared my 2020 with you guys, so please, share your own with me. So let's just keep it into two. What was your biggest win, and what was your biggest soccer moment, like a moment you totally hated, and you know, yes, so share those two with me. Okay guys, we are done. Enjoy your 2021. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.